All right, well, this is Garo Shen. Welcome back to the Adventures of Natrix. And we have purchased the necessary required elements in order to put together our outpost. So we are going to go do that. Um, I will probably just do the outpost and then we'll see how much time we have left. But I have 255 right now, and we'll just see um, what we have left. I went over a little bit last time, so I might go under a little bit this time just to kind of balance that out for you all. But we'll just see. And so I know last time it was kind of a little boring just doing the sales thing, but you got to see where all the places I go that I sell stuff, and Jemison Market where I buy all my resources. And I didn't show you that part. So I bought all the resources I needed for making my thing, and now it's time to go and build our outpost. Now I always build the first outpost in the same place, simply because it's reliable. I can always get decent place to do it, and all of the stuff that goes along with it, and get decent experience and some early money if I need it. I don't at this point, but so there's my spread on my different energy requirements. So 14 power plus 1 from um, Vasco. And you can see it just gave me the one from Vasco. So we'll put that into particle weapons. Missiles, I barely fire that much. 33 means that I will get one back about every 2 seconds after I fire them all. You can see the missile power is going up now to fill it up. But yeah, I will get one back, like I said, about every 2 seconds instead of every 1 second, which is not too terrible, but the particle beams are the main damage that I'm doing. So one of the first things I want to do here is I want to scan the 3 planets from Vessel 3. So we're going to go to the map, and we're going to scan this planet. We'll be coming back here later to go to this ramshackle research outpost when we're saving Barrett. And there is a mining outpost here as well. It's an extreme environment in the main planetary body, so we can't actually do an outpost on here. Not really much here to say it would be worthwhile. I mean, HE3 is always good. HE3 and aluminum. Won't really need the aluminum, but the HE3 could be good. That means every time we pop through here, if we're just traveling on, like say for instance there is a place, Vega, nearby where I can get titanium, then I can go through here to Vega and refuel my fuel tanks as I pass through the system and get extra jump range because of that. This is kind of out of the way to really rely on that kind of a thing, but it is a possibility. Now I'm going to go to the vessel I don't want, which is vessel 3A, and I'm going to scan that one. Again, I'm not going to put something down here. I never have anyway, unless, something shows up really magnificent. But again, it's He3, aluminum, and some beryllium. So, and of course, I don't have scanning very high, so beryllium doesn't go, and it doesn't show. And if you're wondering how to get them to show, here on the science chart, the second row, the second one in, is called scanning, and that assists your detection of things on the surface of planets. So the higher the rank, the more you find when you scan the planet. Right now, not something that I'm interested in, although later we may do that. You see little move. Little move. And we're going to go see what that ship wants. Probably a ghost ship or something. But we'll go see. I can always run away if I need to. I think I did this one once before, and it's not really spectacular, but it has some decent stuff in it, so we're gonna go and see what they got. It's basically a automated collection thing, or I can pick up pretty much anything that is not tied down. I mean, I get the stealing thing, but they're going to give me some stuff too, so.
Research conducted on this ship is proprietary and should not be shared. Welcome aboard, valued team member. Are you here to collect or observe? Delivery complete. If you have further questions, please consult your employee manual. When we detect a radio signal that has an eligible pattern, we perform an immediate grab jump to the area in question.
A lot of stuff in here. But they gave me some free stuff, and I'll be satisfied with the free stuff. Alright, off to my target planet, which is Vessel 3B. And I'm going to scan it. I'm going to exit the scan, actually. I'm going to save the game.
Civilian transport to unknown vessel. This is a commercial passenger transport liner wanting to alert you about hostiles in the system. It's our company's policy. Us friendlies have got to watch each other's backs out here. Safe travels, neighbor.
Alright, save the game. I always want to use my mouse to point at stuff. And then we'll scan again. And now we're going to look for the place that's shaped like Australia, which, that's it right there. I'm going to zoom way in. I'm going to draw a line between this point and this point, and then I'm going to intersect it with a line straight up, which makes it right about there. Now I'm looking for a specific arrangement. 1 pixel to the left has to be plains, rocky plains. The 1 pixel that I'm on must be mountains, and the one directly below it must be hills. There's basically one place like that, and it's right around here. So I'm going to pick a spot. That is a hill, so I'm going to go north to see if I found the mountains. There's a mountain, so I'm going to go left to see if I find a plains. I did not. I'm going to go left another, and another. That might be too far north. There's a rocky desert. There's my mountains. Oh, that's not a hills. That's a hills. That's a mountains. That's a rocky desert. Back to the mountains. And that's where I land. Now there's certain features that must be there when we land. So I'm going to scroll back out of my ship, and I'm going to look around. And there is the feature that we're looking for, that black mountain right there. at the base of that hill, the direction I'm facing, that's where we need to go. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rest until daylight. Back into my ship, out of my chair, find the co-pilot seat or navigator or whatever they're called. I hate that on this one I get out on the right side. Just in that jump seat, have a seat, stare at all the meters while I wait until daylight. It is currently 11 o'clock. I want it to be, say, 9 o'clock, so that's 2 hours earlier, so about 10 hours from now. We'll go 9 hours and see how it looks. Sometimes in the mornings there are storms. So we wait briefly, see what it looks like outside. If it's all dust storm and stuff, then we'll wait a little longer. If we need to, we can wait a whole day just to get a decent point at it. I hate taking a bunch of damage just because I was, a little overexcited to get out there and do stuff. And that looks like a beautiful, pretty clear day. So out we go. Now, as per usual, there is a ship landing. That looks like a Vanguard longsword. Nothing to worry about there. I'm going to take a look at the topographical map. On the topographical map, that's where he's landing. There's a cave here, opposite direction of where I'm going. That could be decent resources inside. And this is where we're going. Right here is where we're going to make our base. I don't see anything else. No other landing zones that jump out at me. That might be a landing zone. But other than that, it looks like the only other thing here, which we'll eventually take a look at as well. In the meantime, let's go see our new home. Well, the land part of it anyways. I'm sorry I keep bumping my thing. I had a little itch and a sniffle. And I'm trying to get it without bumping my microphone, but every now and then I bump. You can get a little fitness while we're doing this. It's hard on these light worlds. I mean, if you look at this, this is a 0.43, so it's half a grav. I need some cobalt on the way. I now have all the cobalt that I need, but I may grab a couple other pieces of something here just because. Scan. Oh, that's platinum. I won't be mining that directly, so I got to get the pieces. Let's jack up our health again. Oh, what's that? That is a ship. Over there where I thought that might be a landing zone. It is. And that looks like a ghost. Imagine that. So I'm going to go over there and take it over first, so it doesn't mess with us. Unless they take off, that ship will be mine, and I will just immediately sell it. Well, not immediately. First chance I get. Okay, so again, as we capture these ships, we want to make sure that the guys outside don't see us. The reason for that is because if they see us and we fight them, when we fight them, the ship will take off. And then we have to re-land and all of that stuff, which is not that big a deal, but it just is a waste of time. So if we can get in there without them actually seeing us and engaging us in combat, then oftentimes that's better. Still, sometimes they'll take off, but I prefer they don't. And we'll squat down. Let's see. They saw me. So now they're going to try and find me. And they've spotted me, so I'm going up for the ship. Straight in. If I had an amp, I'd use that, but I don't.
No one takes a ship from the fleet! You're gonna pay for that!
Surprise. No one takes a ship from the fleet except me. And then after I take it, yes, I will exit the ship and kill those guys outside. Where did he go? I killed him, yeah? Is he crawling away somewhere? I definitely need some 6.5 ammo. Now where was this guy? He was wandering off this direction. Oh, that's a chick. I thought there was another one that spotted me as I walked up here. Got pulled out of position. But I am not seeing that person, and they didn't come running. So that's my ship now. So now let's see. I have another ship. And that ship is over there somewhere. There it is. there's another one out there. Oh, that's that Vanguard. So I'm going to mark this area right about here. That's where we're going. And that is this way. Oh my God, a storm. We got a storm. Hate that. Hide environmental effects when I'm trying to do this, so let's take shelter. Ah, we got another ship. That's a big bonus, actually. Um, that's about, what, 10,000 credits or so. I need to put a chair down here. I wonder if it would stay when we took off. Huh. Good question. I'll give it 2 hours. And since we're in the ship, we'll put some of this stuff in. Oh, definitely. Oh, that's a good one. I like that one. And the storm gone. The storm's gone. So is my marker, but I don't need it when I come from this direction. Now there's some certain landmarks that I look for. One is where the edge of that mountain reaches the plain. That's approximately where it will be. Those little dish-shaped rock formations, those are some landmarks that I use as well. There will be, and you can see it right there, a big piece of black crystal sticking up like a penis. That's what we're going to use for a like a phallic symbol. That's what we're going to use for one of our landmarks. So there's a smoker right near that in one of those dishes, and those 3 things form the landmarks that I use to determine my position. So it's that one jutting piece of crystal up there on the side of the hill that is an important one. So we head straight for that first. I want to go around the left side of this cup or plate, bowl, whatever, rock bowl. I guess that's what I'll call them, a rock bowl. Then we head in between that and the next rock bowl, and we'll find a smoker in front of us. And we're going to go between that rock bowl and that smoker, and there's a rock formation up ahead, right there. These 3 rocks right there, not the one here. but these three right here. So now that I have my thing going, I'm going to pull out a marker. Now you can see that my marker has the 4 minerals on it, but I'm going to stretch around a little bit and see if I can get them to disappear. So like I can get the iron to disappear about right out in there. That makes the iron pretty big. Pull it back this way and the aluminum disappears about there. So this is actually a pretty good spot today. And I think what we're going to do is pop it about right. I want the stairs on the other side of it, but I want to be able to get 2 extractors on each one of these pieces. I'm going to try that. Now before I drop anything else, I'm going to walk over next to it and I'm going to look for an overhead view. So I'm in build already. I'm going to change to an aluminum extractor, go to overhead view, which is V, and then look over here, and here it is, right at the edge of my thing. We got little aluminum. I'm going to drop one in. That looks like a good aluminum, but before, what's going on with my health there? Go over here and find the iron, which is right there. So you get right here, I got a spot, and right over here I got a spot that are separated enough I can put both of them in. So I'm going to drop those because those are the 2 most important ones. When I have those, first thing I have to do is power them. So I'm going to put 2 windmills at each one. I'm going to make sure the windmills are not on the vein. Now I'm going to put the cobalt in. I should put the nickel. How many more windmills can I buy? Can I make? I can make 3 more, which is how many I need. So we're going to, hopefully none of these other things use nickel. Cobalt does not use nickel. Nickel does not use nickel. So cobalt first. We're going over to the right side and up the hill. And here it is. And then I'm going to put 2 more wind turbines down. And then a nickel, which if you were astute, you noticed it'll only take 1 turbine to put in place, and now everything will be fully powered. Why do I don't have enough aluminum for 1 more. I need 2 more aluminum. Let's see if I can find 2 aluminum. That's a cobalt. That's a cobalt. 1 more aluminum. I got lucky this time. There have been times I've had to run around for 5 minutes or so. I could have just sat down and got it back that way, but back to my center because I like to do everything from here. And I'm going to go into build mode and overhead. Always easier to do things in overhead, except for things like linking. There are some things that are definitely harder, but and now we have everything powered. So powered means they will actually dig things up. If you don't have enough power, nothing will work. So now I'm going to need to create a chair. I don't have any aluminum to create a chair. Oh yeah, I do. I must have built some aluminum while I was doing my thing. Where's the center? Oh, I could have just changed from overhead view, that's right. Okay, so FR build a chair. I don't like that one for there. Oh, no, wait. This is the one I like to build for outdoors. I'll sit down. I'll sit for an hour. I'll sit for 2 hours. That's going to make it, what, noon? Now I'm going to drop down an industrial workbench. Again, right next to my little deal here. I'm going to build enough. I'm going to look at my adaptive frames and see how many I can build. So I can build quite a few. I need to get 2, 4, 6, 3, 6, 9, 12, 12 if I can, which would be 36 adaptive frames. It takes 3 adaptive frames to build 1 box. And then it takes 5 aluminum and 5 of the iron, 4 of the iron. So next I need to build a housing complex. A hab or whatever, an outpost. So FR G, I need the FR. Okay, come on now. We've done this 100,000 times. I need overhead view. Okay, now there's a reason for all my placement, and the reason is I'm on a slight slope, and if I build it in a wrong place, then it will be more difficult to build the boxes in the long run. It's never really a problem per se, it just makes it less efficient. So I'm going to put the, pull back just a little. I'm going to put the stairs right here. Got to go up a bit. That might be just, no, that's probably just right. I'll place that. So you hit E, and then you use W and S to raise and lower it to the level you want it to be at, and then you hit E again to put it in place. And then choose your hab you want off of it. I always use this one because you can look in and out, and throw that one down. Now I'm done with that. Now what I like to do is just move the whole operation inside. So I go out of overhead mode, and somehow I'm in. So then I want to delete this. When you delete, you get back all the mats you used to make it. So now I have chair mats and I have table mats, and I'll go in the house. You can see this gets you a nice view down this little slope, and there you can see there's our things off in the distance, some not so far away, some further. And I'm going to build my table right here. I use these lines on the floor to make sure it's squared up, but you don't have to be as particular about it as I am. A lot of people like to make a bed here. I usually just make a chair. And the reason is because I get tired of listening to the people talk to me when I get out of a bed, and sitting in a chair is just as good. So now the bed's easier because you only have 1 click and you're sleeping. Well, 2 clicks, you always have to do how much time. And I always like this nice, comfy, squishy chair that I put in this corner. And then go ahead and put the bed down anyway. not quite square. I know, I am particular. I am particular. I will give you that 100%. So that's all I want to make for right now because, I'm using mats whenever I'm doing that. So now I want to go outside by going into overhead view and start making my boxes. Now, at a minimum, I've got to make one for each type of extractor. And I want them to all be a parallel line, so every time I move from side to side, I've got to readjust my unit. So it squares it up to my view whenever I scroll to a different one and scroll back. So here we go. There. And here I am moving side to side again. Come on. Now I have enough to do quite a few more. So we're going to do 2 on each one. Alright, so that's all the adaptive frames we have for right now, and that's fine. We really have plenty. What we want to do is we want to get things pumping. So next thing we have to do is we have to link our boxes to one another. So we're going to always start from the one closest and move outward from there. And then when we go up to the next level, we'll come in. And when we go up to the level across that, then things start getting complicated. So. Alright, so now we have all those. So these are witter shins around the complex. So first I'm going to the aluminum. I'm going to link that to the first line of boxes. Then I'm going to go to the cobalt. That's witter shin direction, counterclockwise. But if you don't look at a clock with hands, then it's witter shins. And then nickel. And then the iron. Now, you can put these in any order you want to put them in. I do that because I started doing it a long time ago, and I just do it the same way every time. And the reason for that is I never am confused from character to character what direction or what order my boxes are in. At this point, I am done with building for a few minutes, so I am going to rest and fill up those boxes. Now, I think it'll take 2 hours to fill those boxes. And I'll be able to, I'll show you when we're done how I can tell if they're full. It might take 3, but I think it'll take 2. So now 2 hours have passed. We're going to look at the boxes, and the closest box should have green markers in the corner. And you can see they all do. That means they're full. That's the last box to fill, is the one closest to the window, which is how you can tell when they're done being filled. So now I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to empty them all. I empty them all by making stuff that is going to up me in level and give me things I could potentially sell, although I probably won't. First ones are adaptive frames. I hold my key over the spot where I want to tell it the number, hit E twice, and just keep rolling through those until I'm out of mats. Like that. Then I'm going to scroll down to the isocentric link. or isocentric magnet, which is below all these things that I can build that are clothing items. And do the same thing again. And if I go look at that, you can see cobalt did not fill up as much. I'm level 7 now. And the yeah, see, I only got one box. It said it was full. I don't know why it does that, but there we go. Now we're going to rest for another hour, and then I'm going to build some more boxes. We'll do 2 more hours. That should just about fill them. Cobalt must weigh more than that one, because that titanium, or that nickel shows full, because it only had one box gone. And the, let's make sure that there's no connection issues here. Now see, all 3 boxes are full. So, and I'm full too. This is my garbage disposal. So if I don't want to be full, so I'm overloaded right now, I go into my inventory, go down to resources, throw those on the ground, throw those on the ground. I'm going to put the rest of this into the hold of my ship. Wrong one. Now my resources are empty. That should make things easier. But remember, it pulls from my ship and from the resources that the outpost produces. Now I'm going to build. This hopefully will be the last building that I have to do. No, I don't have adaptive frames, so I just set them all down. Shoot. I probably don't have enough to build everything anyway, but that's 2. That's 800. We don't quite need 800. Let's see. Resources will drop. We'll drop 400. Leaves us 450, which should be more than enough to finish building, assuming that we have enough of the other maps. Okay. But yeah, they're all full, so. It's 5, 7, 9, 10. Now, we also have to link these. So remember, we had 3. We're going to start at number 3. Now we have the lines of boxes all ready to go, and we are going to rest for 4 hours and see if that fills our boxes. My guess is it'll come close, but it won't be quite full. So now if we look, the first row is full. The nickel is not full. It's the last box is not full. The iron is full. The cobalt is not full. And the aluminum is full. The cobalt is missing 1 box. So another hour, and those boxes should be filled. And they are. They're turning green. They're not green yet. They're just takes time to transfer stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and empty them and then throw the stuff away, and then that will be the end of today's episode. And we'll see at what level I am. I should be close to 10. That was 8, in case you hadn't been paying attention. Oops. That's 9. Might get to 11. That should be 10. Exit, and it'll tell us what final level we were at. Level 12. Oh, we got more than I thought. Made it to level 12, and as you can see, as I walk, I lose my oxygen. Now, there's 2 things. If you hit caps lock, that puts you into a slow walk, and you do not lose any health while you're doing it, or any oxygen while you're doing it. I don't use that very often. It's not that far to my little garbage bin here, and so I just basically get over here and let the chips fall where they may. Sorry, I had to cough. Oh, I had to go up here, open my resources, and throw away the stuff I just made. I accidentally made that. I'll keep that for now. And I'm level 12, and so again, if we go back to the skill points thing, I used the skill book twice to get 10 extra points, right? And I spent 6 of them, maybe 7 of them. So I would not feel bad about using the rest of what I got. I just earned 5 levels or so doing this. So where are my priorities? My priorities are, these 4 are done. I need to get these 3 and get down to Starship Design. I need 4 more points to get to Starship Design. Security is going to come automatically. As I go through things, I'm going to open locks. I need to jump in combat, which I have been doing, you can see. Once I get 4 more jumps during combat, I'll be able to upgrade that. That's 2 points. And if I kill enough ships, which is 5, I'll get another point, that's 3. And if I use one of these, that's 4, which gets me to Starship Design. So, which one do I want to choose? I want to go faster, carry more, or have shields. I think I'm going to go for carry more for right now. And that'll be all I put in the tech tree at this moment. Over here, I would like to do research materials at this point, because if I get myself 10 guns, I can get to rank 4 in research methods. 10 basic guns. I can use those as my guinea pigs and just make them and remake them and do things to them and take those things off, and I will be to rank 4 in research methods in literally no time. At the same time, I'd love to be on weapon engineering, but in order to be on weapon engineering, I need 2 more points spent on this tree. Astrodynamics, that's just jumping. I have to do 5 grab jumps. Well, that's easy. I can drive 4 more grab jumps just to get back to New Atlantis. So that one's going to be a done deal. So I'm going to spend that one really soon. So what other one? That's going to get me 1 out of the 2 I need for that. So I'm going to pick up medicine right now. So what that means is when I hit medicine, not only will I get 10% more health back, but I'll also get it back 10% faster, because all the health packs are HOTS, heals over time. Then I'm going to go over here. Ballistics, I'm at 450. Shotguns, I don't have one yet. I am using pistols quite a bit. I'm going to throw pistols in. And then over here, okay, persuasion, important skill. I'm going to pop that one. Commerce is close to going up, so I'm going to save 1 for that. And stealth, I need to do some stealth kills. I'm almost halfway on fitness. I need to do some more running, which I'm going to run here in a minute. But we got one more thing we need to build here that I almost forgot about. I don't want that many. I need 18 or more. There's 2. 400. 367. I want to keep 25. 367, 369, that'd be 44. So let's do 335 is fine, that's fine. I can always throw more away. And let's turn back towards here, and go over to my overhead view, and put the one more thing in. What do you think it might be? Trying to leave room for another hab to attach to the hab that I have there. Which I should have just put it in place. And that should be plenty of room. Now, to get your ship up on this landing pad, view or modify ship. There's a ship that we're using. We're going to open the ship builder, and we're going to close the ship builder. And we're going to turn and look, and voila, there it is. Now, it was way over there. I hope this is the right one. Alright, and we're going to have to see. Well, this is my home ship. Let's just make sure. We can look at it here and make sure we determine which is which. And this is not the right one. Look at that, not the right one. That's the right one. So we're going to make that our home ship. And that should put that one there. And while we're at it, let's make them colored so we can color code them apart. Hell with it. I just do them all. Okay, we're below the back of there. This is left of the 3, and this is right between the 2 greens. And this is going to be right here. And this next one is going to be right about there. And then this next one, and then this one is going to be there, so we want it to be darker. So we're going to go here. It's considerably lighter than it was, but it's darker than the previous color. And then here we're going to go with, let's go black. And we'll say that's good. I'm going to do a flight check. Rename the ship. Rename it Golden. See if it keeps the name. I've been having a lot of trouble with that lately. Hey, it kept it. What do you know? Alright. So now we know which ship is which. And we're done. So that's it for today, and thank you everybody for showing up and for watching. Hope you enjoyed that little lesson on outpost building. Pretty much that was all we did. I figured it would be. Maybe next time we'll visit with some of our neighbors and see if we can teach them to stay where they are. In the meantime, I think I'm going to head back to New Jemison and buy some ammo because I need some 6.5 because I only have a couple pieces. And so, this is Giro Shen signing out. Have a great time. Be excellent to one another. I love that movie. Be excellent to one another. Peace out.